What's happening, dude?
Just trying to get clicked in here.
What's happening, everybody? Lord Beardo.
Lady here.
Guys, we have it's one of the funnest decks that I've ever used and ever created before. I hope you guys go out there and use this deck and try this deck. So we have a couple chest openings that we're gonna do today. And do we have a lucky chest? We got a lucky chest today. We got the crown chest.
We had something amazing happen.
We got a good crown chest for you guys today. Before we get into the crown chest, I want to show you guys this deck that I've been using. Now,
you made this deck.
I made this deck out of thin air. I was messing around with it last night. I was thinking to myself, man, I don't have all the cards and I don't have the ability to have the most up-to-date, highest ranked deck. So what I wanted to do is make a deck that was very reach-oriented and tricky to use. So we're opening up our chest here. We're trying to get as many cards as we can so we can push up into Legendary League. But before that, we got to do a little bit of trolling.
We have to learn how to play.
We got to troll with this deck. And the deck breaks down is based off of the Mortar. So the reason why I love the Mortar so much is it is the only card that you can put on your side of the map that does a ton of damage consistently if you can keep it up. Now the Expo is the same, but there's a long brew time and it's very expensive. The Mortar is 4 elixir. It is such a dominant deck. This is Azza. He is one of the best players in our clan and consistently beats me all the time. I don't know.
I played against Azza and he didn't even take it easy on me.
He didn't even slow down for a half a second. It was like he was playing a tournament game. So right here, we're going to throw down that Mortar early. It's not what you want to do inside of this deck. You really don't. The goal of this deck is to stack up your bowlers and then put down your mortars almost like you're using fireballs. Like you gotta give it some time. You gotta throw it down when the person doesn't have elixir to defend it, or you have to be ready to defend it. So we're able to push a bowler. He mirrors his skeleton army to try and take down the bowler as much as possible. He gets the whole thing down. He's got me to 1164 on that bottom right hand side.
He's good.
He's very good. He uses a lot of reach and he uses a lot of switching up of his decks. Miners, goblin barrels, princesses from across the map. So here's the bowler play. He's got me to 8:46, minute and 42 left. And we are going to start using our offensive defensive push here. So we're playing defense, and this is one of the reasons why I started making this deck is because I wanted to learn how to play better defense. And the mirror card is great for defense. So here comes down the Mortar. This is a perfect push. If you get a bowler archer combination, then you could use your Mortar very well. Your arrows are going to be used to take down the minion hordes and the skeleton army. So here is some more Mortar fire on his head. 1816 right hand side. Here comes his goblin barrel, and he's gonna have that miner to be able to play. Same thing with reach. So he's got us at 566.
It's looking pretty good for Azza.
It's looking pretty good for Azza.
1816.
But he doesn't understand that this deck shines with 1 minute left. When you get into double elixir, this deck absolutely shines. Here comes our bowler. He fireballs our archers down. 168. We put more archers down. We go ahead and we're putting archers, bowler, and Mega Minion is our play. Goblin Barrel down, Arrow for 104. We put our Mortars down. We got 4 archers down. We're going to put down another set of archers. We have 6 archers down. 2 of them are dead. The bowler's down. Our Mortar is firing that backhand side. Another bowler touches down. 9 seconds. He plays that miner on our Mortar. We're able to get another Mortar down. Combo up with our bowler. And boom! At the last second. You guys absolutely have to try this deck and let me know if it is something that works for you. Now,
You know what was so amazing though, Ozza? We love you. He even gave a thumbs up after
yeah,
that.
good sport. I'm
that tough
sure
loss.
if he played us again with the same deck, we would lose.
Probably.
But that is the point of the deck. The point of the deck, it throws people off. It
Sneak
actually works, yeah. And this was my earlier attempts at it. So I had the Dark Prince in there with the concept that it would take down the skeleton armies. The Dark Prince is the dude whose nose is hanging out. It looks like a little Hershey kiss. So we are gonna go ahead and put down our bowler. Now the mirror spell, and you keep getting confused with the
Mirror
difference
clone.
between the mirror and the clone spell. The mirror is an actual card. You see that little like mirror focus around the player?
Yes.
So you're selecting the actual player. I was lucky enough inside of my clan castle chest to get a bunch of mirrors. And I think in the epic chest we got a bunch of mirrors. So what ended up happening is now when I mirror my cards, they're a level higher, not a level lower. They're higher than my other cards. So I was like, man, this is a no-brainer. I gotta figure this out. So this is just so much fun. Guys, try the deck out. My little beards, try this deck out. Throw a thumbs up and a comment in the bottom if it works out for you. If it doesn't, let me know why it doesn't work out, because I've been doing pretty well, but I am in mid to like mid-level like ice peak. So it's not like we're rocking and rolling
Oh,
here.
we're rocking and rolling. Don't let him confuse you.
How cool was that ice wizard? Well, we didn't find the actual ice wizard, but
I thought I
how cool
saw it.
was it that we found the area that
Yeah.
the ice wizard was at?
That ice wizard right there, bottom corner, relentless in real life.
In
also.
real IRL, guys, this ice wizard was freezing everything up. It looked so cool. We were all the way up on top of a mountain, probably like 10 or 12,000 feet in the air. This isn't no small mountain. We are legitimately in a glacier peak. It has its own glacier peak. So this mortar is going to do some damage on that right-hand side. This guy's using that poison spell to take down our archers. They just die. Now here comes our bowler. The bowler works out really, really well against miner and hog, and you do yield some damage when playing with the bowler when trying to stop the hog. And a lot of people aren't okay with that. I am okay with giving up hit points as long as you have the controlling process. A lot of times when you use a skeleton army or something like that to take down the hog, it doesn't go to the other side of the map because usually the person zaps it or whatnot.
You're
so
doing
look
work
at
on
the
that left
bowlers. I got 3 bowlers down. This guy's got a hog, he's got an inferno dragon, and he's got the miner, and our bowler is able to bowl down that left-hand side. We just have to play some defense. Strike! Strike!
Match over.
Match over. This is against the level 10 Tanya, man.
Well
Sorry.
played, Tanya.
Sorry about that, Tanya. So here's going to be, and then what I did is I initially played the deck and it started working out really well. And it was working out really well against legendaries that I'm not used to beating. Sparky seems to beat me a lot. And the bait, I guess like a bait hog deck. I always fall symptom a lot of times to a bait hog deck.
Falling symptom to the bait hog deck.
Have you fallen symptom to the bait hog deck recently?
Feeling ill with the feeling of a loss?
Well, we have just the medicine for you. It is a mortar mirror deck. So here comes his log. He puts down his elite barbarians and he uses that fireball spell oh so well. Here comes our mega minion, and this is a classic push from an elite barbarian deck. You think, hey man, now I'm behind. I'm already at 1,000 in the early portions of this deck. How am I ever going to be able to stack up my troops and stack up my towers? So this guy keeps trying to play his miner right by our mortar. So our mortar is able to take him down to 2102, and it is still shooting. Here comes the ice wizard. Just friggin' freezing the place up, and and here comes that Valkyrie. So watch, the bowler pushes back the Valkyrie. The bowler is constantly pushing back the troops, and then he's got a tornado spell. I've actually yet to really mess around with the tornado spell, and this is the push you want. Bowler, tank, any support troop behind it, and the mortar.
Yes, launch it.
Oh, it is so good. It is the most painful feeling in the world to watch the mortar continuously fire when no troops are down. Like, nothing is being played right now.
Just taking
and it's just raining balls of stone down on top of their head.
He sent his defense in, though.
He sent his defense in, but we got 3 shots off. That was a very wasted tornado spell. It actually helped us out because our troops would have crossed a bridge. Instead, we're able to put a bowler in front of our troops.
Whoa.
And now we have our bowler, our ice wizard, and our archer doing work. Our mega minion is going to go ahead and take down the Valkyrie. And boom, 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 right-hand tower is going to go down.
When it's in, like, fast forward like this, I feel like we have to speak faster, like,
and the really cool thing also about the mortar is when you place it down in the middle or off to a side, it will help play defense. And that's the best part about it. It is tanky. It is very good strength. You're able to counter very well with it. And this right-hand side, he's actually going to get the right-hand side down to 56 hit points. We're going to place that left-hand side mortar, start doing our damage, and we're going to double place our mortar down. Now Homeboy's got 2 mortars to deal with. We thought he was going to put down a tankier troop, and then he just used a tornado. I probably wouldn't have wasted the 3 elixir.
Well, he's not expecting this. That's why.
He's not expecting the double mirror. I mean, the mirror. And look at this. We're going to go ahead and throw down 3 mortars. Now, this decision was absolutely horrible. I should have stacked up another army. I allowed and I put a 4th mortar down out of emergency to stop.
You're going mortar mad.
I'm going mortar mad. I'm trying to stop his offensive push by playing with my defensive buildings. Misplaced the bowler. I'm getting so anxious here because he's got 358 on that tower, and we only have 37 seconds left in overtime. Right-hand side, he's got a massive push. Here comes his log to play some defense. We're going to use our arrows, but look at our mortar is shooting the wrong direction. Our tower is down to 393.
Why would it shift?
We're able to put down our skeleton army. 186 left. Our mortar is finally going to get that shot off. 32 is the mark. 5 seconds left when we get our arrows in the sky. And 71 on our crown tower.
Is that what the log just did?
That's what the log knocked down our hit points to 71. I arrowed his top left corner, and I got a little crazy there with that, trying to get as many mortars off. I could have stacked up. Now, one of the big decks that I've been having a big problem with is the Sparky Giant deck. And I have the Sparky, but I just haven't tried to use him yet. The Sparky's one of the legendaries.
This one is so much fun.
Yeah, and
not all legendaries are created equal.
No, they're not all created equal. We're going to put down double bowlers to try and play a little bit of extra defense against the Sparky deck. Every shot it takes, it's just going to eliminate whatever tanky troop that it's shooting up against. Our double bowler works out well. We're able to get a bunch of shots off and a bunch of balls. 619 on the top. Here comes the skeleton spell for the lumberjack. And I really hope we don't get the lumberjack inside that legendary chest, because we know what we want. We're pushing to get the legendaries that we want, which are Miner, Princess, and Graveyard, and we're super pumped for it. But this deck is the control deck that we've been waiting for. It's got the Ice Wizard. It's got the Bowler, which I really like the Bowler. And it's the Mortar deck. And people they're like mortal enemies against Siege deck. I think it's funny when people can love to be annoying with the Hog. They can love to be annoying with the Hog, but then they don't respect people who are annoying with the Mortar. So you can't make everybody happy.
You must demand your respect sometimes.
Here comes
Just kidding, that never works.
Here comes our their giant Sparky push. We're able to take down that right-hand side, and it's just going to be all about playing defense at this point in time. We're going to use our archers to go ahead and help out that Mega Minion against that Ice Wizard. We're putting our Mirror spell down with our archers. Again, it gets ranked up to those level 10 archers, which is so much fun. Now, he's got a little under 30 seconds to get his Sparky down. Here comes our Mortar, which is going to help out playing defense against that Sparky, which is so crucial. Look at the Bowler throws the balls across the river. That is so important It's so important because that he doesn't have to travel around the bridge. So they're going to get a little bit of a push in with this huge army. We're going to play our skeleton army to throw him off. And that is a lot of times how we win this is a chip shot. People aren't expecting the mortar. He's very, very angry. People don't expect the mortar off the bat. So when you get that mortar down and take that first tower, you're essentially playing defense.
You have to expect the unexpected when you're versing Loot Nation.
Yeah, and here's the deck. Skeleton Army, Mirror, Mega Minion, Bowler, Mortar, Ice Wizard, Arrows, Archers. That is the deck. Give it a try. The Mortar is unbelievably effective. They buffed it. People aren't expecting it. You can win fun matches with it, especially in the Ice League.
They're expecting it after this video.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not.
I think we got a little bit of a chance, Beardos, to throw them off.
At least for a few weeks.
Yeah, hopefully sooner than that. So the Bowler is going to be such a strong card. And here's the Mirror, which is going to mirror all of our commons to 10, all of our rares to 8, epics to 5, and legendaries to 2. And speaking of legendaries, we're going to open up our legendary chest. Fingers crossed. We want ourselves one of those 3.
We already know though. This is
not
live.
This is not a live recording, and there is
We know something you don't know yet.
we know something you don't know about the legendary chest, and on the live recording we went absolutely nuts.
See, I told Lord Beardo, hey, we should really record this because I got a good feeling. And he said
we were going snowboarding for the first time in 3 years, and we were packing up all of our gear. Our house looked like an absolute mess. We've changed the way the whole entire studio was. But when we opened up this card, we got the graveyard, and I was running around the house. I wish I had it live, but guys, oh my goodness. The graveyard, we've been waiting for a really dominant card that we can bring into tournament, and Lady right before it went off was like, you're gonna get the graveyard, and I'm like, no I'm not. She's like, you should record it, and I'm like, it's not. Look at, I'm actually freaking out right here. I'm freaking out trying to figure out how to take a screenshot of it, and it took me like 7 tries.
Nobody would have believed
to get the screenshot of the graveyard. And guys, that was
cool. Let's work with it now.
Let's work with it now.
Ooh, graveyard mirror.
Looking forward to some graveyard decks in the future. Super cool to hang with you guys today.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. It's New Year's Eve right now. And I do believe that we're going to put together a New Year's Day or New Year's Eve tournament. I'm not exactly sure how big or who's going to host it or what's going to be happening, but we're going to have a bunch of fun with it. We are really excited about this graveyard. I wish that we would have gotten it live because we freaked out. I was running around the house with my arms up in the air. It was so much fun. But I haven't played a single match with it. I got this yesterday and I haven't played a single match with it.
He's scared.
I'm not scared. I'm waiting to record and show you guys what the graveyard has done for my life. And it's really exciting because I just set up this Mortar deck. So now we have we have that Lava Hound clone deck, which is really fun. We have the Mortar deck, and now we're going to get into a graveyard deck. So guys, thanks for hanging out today. Peace out. Love every one of my little beardos.
Be safe.
And
Happy New Year.
Yeah, don't get in any trouble tonight. Have a fun and safe New Year's. And that's it.
I love you.